Hey everyone, I'm here to show the breakdown for the trailer for an upcoming animated short, Jade. To start off, we'll begin with modeling. For modeling, I use Autodesk Maya. We'll start from the top. Her beanie was modeled by taking a cube. I morphed it over her hair to prevent clipping, which is when multiple objects phase through each other. Then I morphed it around a bit more so that it would look like it's sagging in the back. For the tank top and the jeans, I took the base body that I made for my characters, duplicated it, deleted the polygons that were unnecessary, and then I extruded the remaining polygons a bit so that it would differentiate between the body. As for the flannel, I used the smooth mesh preview cube again, formed it like a regular jacket with it pretty much aligned to her body. As for the boots, I found reference images of hiking boots and did my own interpretation of them. Next we move on to the task of making hair. For the hair, I duplicated the head and then deleted some excess polygons that I wouldn't need. Then I extruded the remaining polygons, and then I extruded the back area of the hair downward, and that's how I essentially made her hair. As for the bangs, I made a 2D plane, had an edge in the middle of the plane so that I could extrude it outward to give it some depth. Then I moved it up to her forehead and aligned it with her forehead so it wouldn't clip into her head, and then stylized it a little bit. Now we move on to one of the more complex areas, which is rigging. Rigging is essentially a way to make animating easier or possible by giving the character controls to allow certain areas to be deformed. Jade's skeleton has about 70 bones in it. Next we get into the very nitty-gritty part of this trailer. I wanted to have 4 things appear in this trailer. I wanted to have isolation, mystery, sluggishness, and exhaustion. Sluggishness in her movement, exhaustion in her movement because she's been doing this for a while, mystery with some Dutch angles thrown in the mix because of her mysterious power, isolation due to the wide shots because she hasn't really spoken to many people in her life. Now, the only times I really cut to close-ups is when I want to show her eyes shifting color, which is a sign of her switching personalities. Also, the only real action that happens in the trailer is when her other half comes out. Now for the final part of the trailer, I wanted to show what the other half of Jade is really like. It's a violent, psychotic, killer type of personality. I did that for having a setup shot, an action shot, and a follow-through shot. And the final part of this is visual effects. The visual effects that were often seen in this trailer were the glowing effects and the fire effects. I didn't have to rotoscope this because of render passes. Render passes are certain parts of the shot that I separate from the frame itself. There are essentially 4 layers in every shot that I rendered with visual effects in it. There was a base plate with Jade in the background, a red screen shot, a glowing matte which had her hair glows, and then a final red eyes matte. As for the fire, I didn't do the fire in After Effects, I did them in HitFilm. I just used the particle effect and set up a fire simulation that had blue fire. And that was my process for the Jade trailer.